I want to talk about the Find Familiar spell and the way that I would like to rule on it in future sessions in light of what happened during our recent session in Odyssey. So you'll recall the battlefield looks something like this, where the heroes up front, Neo was sending his pseudo-dragon familiar around a corner, and there happened to be a number of monsters that were in that corner. Their exact numbers escape me, but it was certainly a large number of monsters that were in that room. And then furthermore, there was also a statue of a death dog that was up here that could have come to life at any moment. Now, if you look at the Find Familiar spell, it says here that you can communicate with it telepathically. And as an action, you can see through its eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits. And then here's the part I want to call your attention to. During that time, you are deaf and blind with regard to your own senses. So what this means, and the way that I'm interpreting it, is while Neo is using the senses of his pseudo-dragon here, his character would be blind and deaf at that moment. Now, in the event that this death dog engaged him in combat, he would have the blind and deaf condition on him at this time. And since his pseudo-dragon is out of line of sight, he would not be able to see this death dog doing its thing to him through the eyes of the pseudo-dragon. So this is something I want the heroes to keep in mind as we move forward with our familiars. There are now 3 party members, each with the ability to summon a familiar, and this is going to come up time and time again. And I'm fine with you summoning your familiar, but in the event that you do get attacked, you will have the blind and the deaf condition imposed on your character. That will be for at least a round. Right here it says that your familiar has a range of 100 feet. So if even if it's within that range of 100 feet there, which this one clearly was, it wouldn't be able to see what's happening here and communicate that to Neo. And then in the event that, let's say that it did come around this corner and saw that, this effect would still maintain on the character until his next turn. So if he was an initiative right here at a 16.1, and then it went on to the death dog's turn here at this very moment, the blind and deaf condition would continue to be on him until we came around the initiative order and back to him. So essentially that condition would maintain for that period of time. So I hope that clarifies things. I'll see you online.